Hi, this is Kevin with KGM Jam, owner of Pro Advertisers Club, a totally free to advertise site. Go to proadvertisersclub.com and join for free. Okay, last night was the biggest bull run in VV's since I've been with them for, I've only been with them for a month, but things really took off, and it was in the comic books. The Marvel Comics really took off last night. We had the first clue that this was going to happen a few days ago when the Marvel's ultra rare shot up to 500. Like, it was in the afternoon. I remember I had checked, and at 1 hour it was like, a couple $100. Next thing you know, it's at 500, and then the rare followed up to 300. And but last night everything was kicking, and it's it earlier than I thought it would be. I thought really things wouldn't be starting to go like this until after people could take money off the site, take NFT off the sites. So I don't know exactly what triggered last night, except it was Saturday night and there was no drops, and maybe people had some paydays. I don't know, but it was buying and selling, and still is. This morning, there's things. It's like people went bargain shopping after they missed out on the Marvel. And but let me, before I get to the comics, let me show you this real quick. Um, the reason I preach HODL, the philosophy of HODL, it's not my philosophy. I got it pretty much from a guy named George on Cryptos Are Us. Even though I kind of thought what he was saying, I never really was able to put it all together till I listened to his uh, YouTube channel. And then once I started studying hodling, it just made so much sense to me, because if you hodl, you miss out on all the hype and the FUD. I call it effed up disinformation. Other people call it something else. But either way, it's purposefully or accidentally information that's going to mislead you and cause you to panic sell, or be in fear. And here's an example. I just want to. I probably have showed this before, but I'm going to show it again. Dogecoin is sitting at the eighth in the world in crypto, with a market cap of $32 billion. Just a few months ago, this was a joke. You literally can go back in 6 months and see, maybe a little bit longer, but this this was a bunch of guys who got together and made it as a joke, and nobody took it seriously. And everybody's, oh, on paper it will never go up to $1 billion market cap, it'll never go to a penny. Yet look, it's right there. How is that possible? Were you totally being lied to the whole time? Or nobody knows what they're talking about, or whatever? The point I'm trying to make, though, is if you had bought this like where OMI is now, and just sat on it, and when you get a chance, accumulate. You don't know, how many millionaires were made when it jumped up to 70 cents that few days? A lot. And it's because they hold them. Okay. And so, the weirdest thing about investing psychology, and I am not an investor, this is not financial advice. Listen to me at your own risk. And this is for entertainment purposes only. But the biggest thing about when you hodl is you get some of whatever, and I call these my Hail Marys, because you can get in on them on $25. And if they go up to like $1, you're a millionaire. Okay. And right now I got, maybe not so much a millionaire, but, hundreds of thousands of dollars. But one, two, Safe Moon, Komi, Shiba Inu, Doge used to be one, but they're in a different group now, but still the possibility to go up thousands and thousands of times, maybe another 20,000. Who knows? So anyway, that's why I preach that. And so if when it's stuck down around here and lower, it's you're in a position where it might be once in a lifetime chance that will really give you life changing wealth. So all you got to do is, what you got to do? Nothing. Just sit on it. I wouldn't even read any news articles. You just wake up one day, and you see it's going to be, a dollar, whatever. So anyway, that's what's going on in the crypto. Crypto's down. Everybody's dogging it now because, oh my God, Cardano's in trouble because they're having a hard time getting the smart contracts to work. But is that FUD? Are they trying to get people to sell off before they kick into high gear? So if you own some, so what? It doesn't matter if they're lying to you or telling you the truth. If you hold, you're fine. They can't touch you. Well, unless you get hacked, but that's a different story. That has nothing to do with you. So let's come to the comics, okay? The Marvel, the first drop took off. I think the common's going for $40 right now. So I imagine, and again, it's hard to say because there's so much that we don't know what's going on. But again, if you're hodling, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what somebody thinks is going to happen, and that's all I'm doing right now. And this is just my own personal opinion. But okay, this is the first drop. Obvious collectible, right? That's what it looks like once, and it does, and it is. This is the first drop, 60,000. Okay, so that I think there's 600 of these. That's about 14,000. But then let's go to the second drop, right here. There's only 50,000, and I know for a fact if you're collecting just from the character, Thor's way more popular than Marvel Comics, or than the Human Torch that's in this first issue. Okay, so look, there's 100 different ways of why you collect something, and they've done a great job on the comics. You got the FR number, which is the mint number. Then you got the title. Then you got the character, the first appearance. Then you got the rarity. I mean, the list goes on how you decide you want to collect. Okay, but what I'm saying is, when you're trying to look at the market, and it's a new market, there's no data to go by, so you got to make up your own kind of just. It's like I spent hours last night looking at things, and then I ended up passing out before I could make a video, and so it's like, well, what's going on here? Why is this all of a sudden going up? Is there some news? Oh, I couldn't find any new news. It's the weekend. Nobody tweeted anything. I had some YouTubers that I watch that kind of gave their opinion and shed some light on it, maybe. But the fact is, it went up for whatever reason. Okay, so what I noticed last night was it's when this got as high as it is now, this started going up. Not this is behind this now, but the Fantastic Four. Now there's 60,000 of these, 50,000 of these. So in the comic world, the I guess this is more collectible maybe, or it's a number one issue. It's the issue that if it wasn't for this one never would have happened, type thing. So anyway, so Fantastic Four seem to be on a tear right now. Even in this morning when I got up, things are still popping. Overnight, this popped. The commons are $7. You could get these for under $4. This one, the Marvels, that's Marvel Comics. The Marvels drop was the one that was dragging behind the most, and I think that's $7 now. The common, okay, you can still get the ultra rare in that for under 100. You can get the ultra rare for under this and 100. These ultra rares are going for 700. You see what I'm trying to get at? Is okay, you're holding, right? You're holding, but maybe you got some money, but you missed out on this stuff, or you don't want to buy in at the top. That's see, here's the part right now that's the problem with this is you're buying at the top and it plummets, which usually things that go up do. It's normal. Then you got to wait for not just for it to come back, but then to go up even higher before you can, if you're that type of investor. So you got that extra little bit of money. So how do you determine which one to buy next? The what ifs. There's only 35,000. So now listen to how I'm saying. This is rarer than this. Okay, think about that. 35,000 of these, 60,000 of these. But this is the very first drop. This one's one of the latest drops. I think the Hulk is the latest. But there's only 30. This is brilliant what they did by dropping it down to 35,000. That's the only reason I can think of why they did it was to give this comic a a competitive chance with these as far as rarity. I guess I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. But so anyway, so you got that little bit of money. So where do I go put my money? Well, obviously to me, you want to get into the secret rares. Well, the cheapest secret rare now is 1,000, and that's the Deadpool first appearance. Okay, and then the House of X I think is 1.4, and what is this secret rare at? Or no, this one's the 1,000. And this that's the Deadpool. That's 1.8, I think. Okay, this one's only 1,000. This one's 1.4 maybe. Then this one's 1.8. But anyway, these are the cheapest secret rares. So out of everybody's range, right? So let's go to the next rarest comic. Well, it's going to be ultra rare in the What If, and the ultra rares, and with these would be the middle drops at 50,000, the Thor and the House of X. So you can still get the New Mutants ultra rare for under 100. This one's under 100. This one is at, I believe, at 100, right at 100. All the ultra rares here are in $100. Okay, but if this is doing 700 and only going to go higher, so are these. Eventually, I don't know if it's tomorrow, the next day, next month. Need I remind you, we're not even fully opened yet. They said, everybody's, we're out of beta, but we're kind of not. You can't take anything off of this. You can't buy and sell with different crypto. It's all, just credit card right now. I think you can transfer OMI in though, maybe. I don't own any OMI yet, so I don't know. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. I've got to get going. But look, if you got HODL, the numbers of people selling, if you check out your app today, are going down. This is down from almost $3,000 to 1.8. Here's what's going to happen one day. What happens when we wake up and the 600 people who invested in this one, because there's 600 of them, are nothing but HODL people? I'm talking 5 to 10 years. In other words, you can't buy it even if you had the money. Example, ultra rare on all the ultra rares have less than 200 people selling them, some less than 50. So that's drying up. The numbers of people that are willing to even let these go is drying up. Now, if it shoots up high, all of a sudden there might be some more sellers. That's true. But like I've been saying, those of you who got in early, and I got in before this first drop, I lucked out on the comics. Now, the rest of the platform is pretty much stagnant. I didn't check the whole platform. I just checked, the Star Trek. That doesn't mean a damn thing. It's not their time yet. not their time. So anyway, that's all I got. That's my 2 cents. I'm going to watch it today. This might be the beginning of the uh, people that are coming in, that a problem for a lot of people outside of this the system of paying with a credit card is they want to pay with crypto and they can't. So those people are kind of locked out. And then you get the people who ain't going to come in till the it opens up so they can get off, take everything out. So you got all those people sitting on the sidelines. So um, once you get all those people in here, this is going to, it's already drying up. And new drop. Oh, we got 3 comic book drops next week, by the way. I read that somewhere. I couldn't find it again. But from what I read, there's 3 drops next week. So I imagine it's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We should find out tomorrow morning. Usually somebody will tweet it out or something. But anyway, I'm rambling.